Greg, I think it's going to be a battle of the boards, a battle of rebounding. And you know what that's like. You played alongside some great rebounders.
Well, Patrick Ewing, Charles Oakley. I mean, those guys got after it as well as anybody who's ever played.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. We've got Gilgeous-Alexander, Lou Dort out there with Muscala, and it's Giddey in at the 2 spot. Now, here is Irving. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Simmons, and it's blocked. Here's Baisley. Passes it to Giddey. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. There's the pass to Muscala. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Nice D from Aldridge. Last outing for the Nets. They won that game against the Chicago Bulls. And Harris wide open. He shoots. That's in, coming off the assist from Katie.
Really good to see Harris playing with that kind of confidence because, these shots will only help him get better.
They get a hand on it. Here's Giddey, covered by Irving. Here's Dort. And no good that time. Some solid defense from Harris.
And Kevin Durant signing an extension this past offseason, locked in with the Nets for the next 4 years. Seems like there's a very good chance Durant could end his career in Brooklyn.
With all his post moves, Aldridge usually is able to trick the defense, but even when he doesn't, he'll still manage to finish through contact.
Now, here is Muscala. Dort wide open. From outside, off the mark. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Simmons dishes to Aldridge. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And the Thunder going the other way now. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
What a duel that was. Exciting all the way to the end. Really a shame someone had to walk away with an L.
I tell you, it's too bad one of them had to lose because I thought both teams were evenly matched in that game.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside, Dort. Down low. Baisley passes to Muscala. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And too long on the shot.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Oh, and the jam by Ben Simmons.
Whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane bounce, he takes advantage of it, really demonstrating how lethal he is in the air.
Awesome rewind, courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam.
All right, coming up.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Andre Drummond's checked in for Aldridge. Blake Griffin comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Seth Curry in for Harris.
Make some noise, fans.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. On the wing, Jackson all alone. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. And so Simmons will bring it up for Brooklyn. Their last encounter was in Oklahoma City where they were able to handle the Thunder.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
And it was funny, the road arena didn't bother them at all. I mean, they locked in, focused, and executed, and got it done.
And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Nets leading by 7. 1:21 left to play in the first.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
They need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Over to the wing. Here's Pokusevski, defended by Griffin. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Pokusevski. From deep 3-point range, Brooklyn with the rebound. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
Well, it's really hard to stop them when they're in a groove offensively, and they were in a comfort zone all game long in that one. That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
Simmons with it. Guarded now by Jackson. And Simmons kicks to Curry. The basket good off the assist from Simmons.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Jackson, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And Reggie Jackson, the former 24th pick by the Thunder, wasn't content to back up Westbrook. He basically forced his way out in search of a larger role.
No good on the second free throw. In transition, here come the Nets. Irving's got the ball. Pass to Claxton. Stolen away. And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Nets lead by 11. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. Well, Kyrie Irving at 6'3", one of the most creative finishers in the NBA. He details where it all started.
I just go back to being in my backyard and, just practicing all my layups or all my finishes. That's what I go back to. I mean, this is...
Oh, it is indeed the English, the angles. He is a magician out there, Greg, with the ball in his hands.
And his godfather, Rod Strickland, another New York point guard legend, who was known for his improvisational finishes. Kyrie had it from the soil.
The helper, Mike Muscala.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Brooklyn.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
So the Thunder 5 right now. We've got Williams. Muscala is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Baisley in at the 4 spot. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you for the baton, Kevin. Kyrie Irving, of course, marches to the beat of his own drum. At times, that might rub people the wrong way, but Kyrie says, I've learned lessons from it. That's the most beautiful and exciting part, just the growth. What I'm saying is, it's always been bigger than the game for me. And guys, you have to respect his willingness to go it alone.
You do indeed, D.A. Thank you for that portrait. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. And we see teams around the league trying to integrate star veterans with talented rookies. Greg, it's not always easy, is it?
Not at all, Kevin. And a lot of times it becomes a choice between win now or win later. Though the teams with great coaching and development can oftentimes do both.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Andre Drummond comes in for Nicholas Claxton. And it's LaMarcus Aldridge in for Ben Simmons. It's the Nets now, followed to score by Oklahoma City. Drummond passes to Harris. On the wing, Irving. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. And it's Aldridge missing. Thunder trailing by 9. Williams passes to Gilgeous-Alexander to the inside. And Durant sends it back.
Well, that'll get everybody on the bench fired up. They love to see KD playing some D like that.
And he drops it in from the low post. KD's got his first bucket of the night.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
The 3. It's rebounded by Giddey.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Brooklyn leading by 11. Clark as good a scorer as ever. Durant just needs to stay healthy, right? Just to break all kinds of records.
I agree with that, Kevin. He is as lethal a scorer as we've seen. I mean, when you just talk about putting the ball in the basket, he's in the top 10 all time for my money.
Williams, the rebound by the Nets. Drummond's got 4 rebounds in this game.
2 minutes to play.
Irving drives in. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. There's 1:54 left to play here in the half. Muscala, the pass to Giddey. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. They set the pick, and he drives in. Misses from short range.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
The basket, the bump, and the foul. Oh, what a play.
And, you know, once Durant notices a lane, you're toast. I mean, using his long strides to get inside fast, unstoppable.
And a new group in for the Nets. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Nicholas Claxton comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Seth Curry, he's checked in for Harris. And Simmons subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Just 5 to shoot. Here's Claxton. A beautiful reverse layup. Claxton's got his second basket of the night.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Dort. The Thunder with another miss. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. Durant finds Simmons. From beyond the arc, they get the rebound. Again, the Nets for 2.
They're going to have a nice little run here.
Thunder trailing by 18. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Gilgeous-Alexander against Simmons. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. KD against Dort. KD passes to Claxton. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. KD's got his 3rd assist on the night.
That's one of the areas he's really improved. Durant's passing abilities have grown as his years in the league have grown.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Brooklyn ahead, delivering the blowout. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. KD, you're running and gunning out there. How much fun is it when the offense is flowing like that?
Well, I think this team is very well disciplined, and they do all the details, and we just wanted to play harder, man. And I think we got some steals, got some fast break points, and we playing together, everybody touching the ball. It's just fun when we playing like that, so we got to continue to do that.
KD, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David, and we'll be back for the 3rd quarter of basketball following halftime.
And with All-Star Weekend approaching quickly, here's an update on how the dunk contest contenders are shaping up.
And we're getting a better idea of how the field of the dunk contest might shape up. And every one of these guys can jump out of the gym.
And taking a look now at that first half, what a showing it's been so far for the Brooklyn Nets. And that'll do it for the halftime show. Shaq, what grade do you give our show?
Ernie, perfection. My highest grade yet, a check plus.
Is that how you always got graded, Chuck?
Well, that and A plus honor roll. Don't tell nobody how smart I am. I do have 4 degrees.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Thunder trailing by 21. Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. setting the floor for the Nets. The small and power forwards are Harris and Durant. Irving is out there with Ben Simmons. And it's Aldridge in at center, locking down the middle.
Boy, a dynamic wing with freakish length. Durant is the ideal alley-oop target.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Simmons. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's guarded closely. 5 to shoot. Shoots the 3. Muscala gets the bucket. Muscala's got 5 now.
Boy, a big man with great touch from deep. Always a valuable commodity in today's game.
It's a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Coming into last season, the Thunder had posted a winning record every year for more than a decade. But when they decided to rebuild, they went all in and promoted their G League coach, Mark Daigneault, to head coach. He said adversity tests the connection of the team, tests everything, and shows you who you are. Guys?
Good way to start. Thanks, D.A.
And one of the more versatile players in this league. Simmons gives you assists, rebounds, steals, and he continues to develop as a scorer.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And a moment here to see the numbers for Durant. First in scoring, first in free throw percentage. And he's also number 2 league-wide in field goal percentage. You love his ability to score over the top of the defense.
And his scoring abilities are just so far out of sight. Number 1 overall right now. No one's been able to slow him down or even come close. Drummond's checked in for the Nets. And Oklahoma City with a change here, too. Okashevsky's checked in. Nets leading by 21. And, of course, Greg, Simmons gets the majority of his points from the foul line down.
And a one-man wrecking crew in transition. Excellent at driving the ball in the half court. And once he gets downhill, he is tough to stop.
Oh, and the jam by Drummond.
Boy, look at the big guy getting tricky. Drummond doesn't waste a chance to get creative at the rim. That's pretty impressive for a big guy.
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Muscala finds Williams. Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. Andre Drummond picks one up.
Oh, get out of his way.
No way the D was going to slow him down.
Not that time. He was determined to get those points.
He was all alone on that one. Durant's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
And stolen by Simmons. Goes up. Oh, and the jam by Ben Simmons.
Simmons doing a nice job there mucking up passing lanes and making life difficult for the opposition. And that's a mindset, but also activity and energy display.
The drive by Jackson. Great D that time from Irving.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Last 2 minutes to play.
Here he goes. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And more than one observer, Greg, has called Irving the most entertaining player in the game. What do you think?
A lot of competition for that distinction. But Irving does some things that no one else can, at least at his level. And then you never know when he's going to give us a juicy soundbite.
Good. That one on target from Roby.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Irving looking over the floor. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's foul number 2 for him.
Really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Brooklyn. Curry comes in for Harris. And Ben Simmons picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Team second.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Dort with the ball. He's picked up by Drummond, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And Lou Dort has made a name for himself on defense. Viewed as a superstar stopper, well, he's earned it with his play.
All free throws good from Dort. Greg, the way Dort has handled guys like LeBron and Harden, he does as well as anyone when it comes to defending them.
Yeah, I mean, he's small but strong and really hard to bump off his spot. Quick enough to stay with anyone on their drives and just turning into a great shutdown defender.
Brooklyn's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. Irving dishes to Simmons. And he banks in the layup. Simmons got 13.
Boy, nice use of strength that time by Simmons, getting past the defense and into a shot.
Passes to Pokusevski. Here's Roby, defended by Drummond. Here's Dort. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Irving kicks to Curry. Shot clock at 5. Tries it from the top of the key, and it's Irving missing. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
All right, who's coming onto the court?
Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, platinum level dime dropping there, fellas. Accurate and on time.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. So for Oklahoma City right now, they've got Melodon, and it's Pokusevski in at the power forward position. The pass to Mann. Over Irving. Mann can't hit. And it's Irving with the ball for Brooklyn. Feeds it to Durant. To the paint. The kick out to Irving. Pass to Simmons. Here's the dish to Aldridge. No good. Shot missing. So the Thunder will take it the other way.
And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
Takes it from 10. He squares up and sinks it.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
Here's Irving. And he uses the glass on the layup. Irving's got 4 points in the quarter.
Hey, the skills of Kyrie are obvious, but what isn't so obvious is his underestimated strength.
Out to the wing. Melodon passes to Pokusevski. Durant with the steal. Here's Irving. Pokusevski grabs the miss. The Thunder shooting at ghastly 26% from the field. Their offensive game looking completely out of whack. Clark, you know, road teams accustomed to hostile crowds, but it can go too far. Players have been very vocal, saying respect the game and then respect us as human beings as well.
And Kevin, I couldn't say it any better. It's that simple. It's not complicated. The right to say anything you want doesn't come with the purchase of a ticket. I think human dignity, common courtesy, and respect supersedes whatever feelings you might have about a particular team or player and overrides whatever price you paid for your ticket.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And Drummond kicks to KD. Outside for Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Time after time, it's Ben Simmons' time. The Australian looking fabulous tonight.
Inside, here's Baisley. Offensive rebound.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Brooklyn.
You know, with their fast break operating so efficiently, I mean, you can see why they've gone with it throughout the game.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've gotten out in transition.
First one falls for him. Clark, we know injury prevention is a huge aspect for teams, and it seems like training staffs hold a lot more weight than they did in the past.
I think you're exactly right, Kevin. No doubt about it, and for good reason. I mean, the medical staffs include doctors and trainers and physiotherapists and the like, and they really have enhanced what goes into preparing players for their seasons throughout their careers, and it's become more precise. It's better. Yet there are still going to be injuries, but the treatment and care players get now, I think, is platinum level across the league.
And it's sent back by Drummond.
How about that swat by Drummond, using all of his height and bounce to deny the offense there.
Last 2 minutes to play.
Outside Irving. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. And here we go. Wiggins heading to the hoop. And they'll get another chance. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Hits the jumper in space. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 points now in the quarter.
A confident shooter from deep. When you give Gilgeous-Alexander space to pull the trigger, he's not going to hesitate.
Irving's shot is good.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Pass to Baisley. There's the pick. 5 on the clock. Fires from the wing. And Irving pulls it down. The Nets have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. Pretty nice efficiency there.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Brooklyn.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seemed.
Yeah, they sink one and then do it again, and that strategy did work.
And so when you look at the season record, this one will tally up win number 43 on the year.
And with this win, it gives them a sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief 2-game.
I tell you what, no matter how brief it is, anytime you can get a season series sweep, you're happy.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Ben Simmons.
An unbelievable scoring performance. He absolutely took over and never let up.
Irving finds Harris. Out Drummond. He's covered by Muscala. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Wiggins passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. And here is Muscala. Here's Baisley. No good on the triple. KD looking around. Fires the 3. Can't get it to fall. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. They poured it out tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.